Hey Rabbits, it's Trixie, and I know that you guys like the language-related videos on my channel, but there are just so many topics to talk about, and I don't want to force ideas to come. This is why I decided to go another direction with this video today. As some of you may know, I'm actually a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, so I figured it would be a good idea to talk a bit about what I learned. For this reason, today's video is going to be about how we are manipulated as customers and consumers in our daily life. So right now, I'm going to tell you about a typical day in my life and mention all the different situations in which I noticed that I was somewhat manipulated. Have a lot of fun with the video and tell me whether or not you were surprised about all the things that I listed. My typical day starts, of course, with waking up. I turn on the radio and listen to some music when all of a sudden I hear a woman screaming. Turns out this was part of an advertisement because the scream is followed by the words, "No one can believe how low our prices are." Still recovering from almost getting a heart attack because of that, I find myself getting super mad at this stupid advertisement. However, the advertisers achieved exactly what they wanted. They got my attention, and because after getting scared, our senses are better than before, I was listening to the whole spot that followed after. Something that we mostly don't realize is that advertisements don't want to make us happy. They want our attention, be it with a negative feeling or with a positive one. And scaring me definitely got my focus. Next up is a catchy, uplifting jingle connected to an ad for cereal that I have in my ear for the rest of the morning. Then I prepare breakfast for myself, eat it, tidy up a little and head outside because I want to meet a friend today. On my way to the bus station, I come by a small supermarket and I decide to go inside to buy something to drink because I'm kind of thirsty. I actually intend to simply buy water because, you know, it's cheap and healthy, but then I spot something really interesting. Right next to it, there is a bottle of lemonade with dragon fruit flavor, and I'm like, wow, that sounds delicious. What does dragon fruit even taste like? I'm so curious. So I run right into the trap buying the dragon fruit lemonade instead of the water, just because my attention was again aroused by something special, by something different. Even though I have just my drink to pay, I have to go through the whole supermarket, passing by nice shelves of awesome candy, jewelry, super cute stuffed animals, tasty snacks, beauty products, you know, the whole variety. And even standing in line about to pay, there are still products here and there because of course you're waiting, you are bored, you want to reward yourself with a little treat. So what about chewing gum or cigarettes or a cookie? These things are there for a purpose, and it is small items and not a chair or something that no one would buy the last second of their grocery trip. It's the teeny tiny little things that you can just slip into your pocket and no one will notice if you spend 50 cents more. Come on, this candy has cranberry flavor. You love cranberry, and actually your breath is not the best right now. So I also buy some chewing gum because I'm totally manipulative, and then I pay and I get a little sticker booklet with one sticker there ready for my purchase. It says that if I collect more stickers, I'll be able to exchange the booklet for awesome prices being presented on a webpage. Wow, that sounds so generous. I mean, I have to go grocery shopping anyways, and like that I get something off of it. Awesome! All excited, I decide to check it out later and head outside again. Some minutes later, I reach the bus stop and again I have to wait. Good thing there's all this nice advertisement that I can read and time flies by. Have you noticed that almost everywhere where you have to wait and you get bored, there is also advertisement that you can study? That is not quite a coincidence. I've always wondered why the walls of doctors' waiting rooms are not rentable for advertisers. I mean, that would be perfect, right? People are bored, people don't want to look each other in the eye. Perfect conditions, right? While I'm waiting, I decide to also try my awesome dragon fruit lemonade. And I find out that it tastes kinda meh. Definitely not as exotic or special as I expected. So I check the ingredients and there is not one single drop of dragon fruit juice in this drink. It's mostly apple juice and a bit of grape juice and mostly chemical substances that I don't want to know the origin of. However, on the front side of the drink, it shows a huge dragon fruit, even though there's nothing like that in there. Magic. Or more like manipulation. Now, already in disappointment mode, I decide to also check out the awesome page with prices that I got the link for on the sticker booklet. So I browsed the page with all the nice items, only to find out that I was fooled again. First of all, of course, there's no option to exchange the stickers for real money. You can only trade them for items. Secondly, there is no way that you get one of the cool items for free. you can only reduce their price, like pay only 29 euros instead of 49 euros and 100 stickers for this amazing high quality coffee machine. So you get fooled into thinking that you need this amazing coffee machine because it's so much cheaper thanks to this amazing sticker booklet. And there's even this subtle feeling that someone is doing you something good with that, when in reality the company that hides behind all of this stuff just wants you to get to know them and purchase a coffee machine for slightly cheaper than usual that you never wanted and that you don't actually need. But in my opinion, the worst of all is the choice of items that you can actually get for free. Wait for it, a nice button or a keychain with the company's logo on it. You don't need a button, you don't need a keychain. The only thing that you get for all your effort with collecting the stickers is becoming a walking billboard for a company you haven't even heard of before. This or the other way, it's not you benefiting from collecting all the stickers. It's the company behind all of this basically benefiting from you. Finally, my bus arrives and takes me to the train station. As always, I am way too early. Still 30 minutes to wait before my friend arrives, so I decide to sit down on a bench. You know, a bench, because you don't want to stand all the time that you are waiting, but where are the benches? Well, even though train stations are normally crowded and there are hundreds of people there during the day, there are almost no benches to sit down. And let me tell you, that is pretty much intended. Because what do people do that have to wait and that are bored and have nowhere to sit down? Correct. They browse the stores, purchase things they don't need, and that again means money for the companies renting places in their train station. So what do? Of course, I also walk around and then I see this nice, beautiful scarf, and it's actually a bit chilly, so why not buy it? It's really pretty. Finally, my friend arrives, and one of the first things we talk about is this horrible radio advertisement of the woman screaming. How can they do that? Of course, while bragging about it, we also mention the brand name several times, making us advertisers for the advertisement we hate so much. We, the consumers, being disgusted by this kind of advertisement, actually spread the word about it. Just think about it. Since we're both so hungry, we decide to go to a Chinese restaurant. Browsing the menu, I cannot decide what to go for, so I choose the buffet. I mean, it's 14 euros instead of an average 8 per dish, but there are so many things to choose from, and there's also salad and dessert. I basically know that I'm not going to eat more than the casual dish for 8 euros, but just having so many choices seems so comfortable that I have to spend more money on it. Which again means that I have been slightly manipulated. We eat, we talk, we have quite some fun together, but it's so warm in here. Oh, that's fine. They just want us to be comfortable and cozy, is what my friend says, but from my studies I know that people eat less when they are warm, which is of course beneficial when you are a restaurant owner offering an all-you-can-eat buffet. Of course, the less people eat for the 14 euros that they paid, the better of a deal that is for you. Not saying that every restaurant does that, of course you have to make sure that your clients don't freeze their asses off, but I have found myself pretty often in the situation that I was thinking, can they please turn down the heating a bit? I'm eating. But what my friend and I agree on is that the interior is really beautiful. Everything has like decent colors, the lighting is nice, we really feel well in this restaurant. My friend is really happy about this and says, I really like it. It's not like in all these fast food restaurants where everything is like red and yellow and super shiny. Not knowing that she actually just mentioned another method of manipulation in our daily life. In average, fast food restaurants are way more often visited during the day than a casual restaurant. Therefore, they cannot offer as many seats for all the customers coming. So compared to a restaurant, they don't want a whole family going there, sitting there, eating and talking in candlelight for hours. They want people to come, eat, and go pretty much as quickly as possible to make space for the next customer. So how do you achieve that? By choosing colors for your furniture that make people feel uncomfortable, unsettled. These super bright colors make us want to leave sooner. As you can see, manipulation is everywhere, be it something negative or positive. After a long day, I'm home again. My friend and I also took a walk in the park, so I'm pretty exhausted but happy now. And of course, again, slightly hungry. Because I feel too lazy now to cook something for myself, I decide to order a pizza. The pizza costs €7.99. And do you know why that is? I mean, €7.99, that's way too complicated. Why not make it a straight 8? But as you may guess, this is another form of manipulation. Customers tend to only read the first digit of a price, which is here like 7, even though it's just 1 cent away from being €8. So even though the price is basically €8, you still feel like paying only 7, because the 99 cents kinda don't count. Your brain doesn't really mind them. And especially concerning food delivery, there's something else to it. 8 p.m. in the evening, the delivery guy rings my bell and stands in front of my door like, here's your pizza. Of course I want to give him a tip for his effort, but what am I supposed to do? Give him just 1 cent to make it 8? That's ridiculous. So I end up giving him €9. If the price would have been like $6.49, I may have rounded up to 7, you know, just giving him 51 cents instead of €1.01. The pizza delivery guy is happy, I'm happy because I have a nice pizza, and I sit down on the couch. The only thing I want to do is watch something stupid now. I turn on the television and watch a silly sitcom. One of those sitcoms where fake laughter indicates that a super funny joke has been made. And I actually feel entertained by it, even though the jokes are so stupid. I would have never laughed about this if the fake laughter wouldn't tell me that the show's funny. It's basically like group pressure. You want to shut your brain down after a long day and then there's another person laughing, so hey, why not laugh all together? Such a nice evening. But isn't that actually super weird? Fake laughter of people we don't know that are most likely dead already in TV shows just to make us feel that we should laugh as well? That's like listening to poop sounds to make us poop better. But still, it is there to make us feel entertained, even if the content is not worth laughing about. And it also makes us feel less lonely. And while eating my pizza, piece by piece, I suddenly become sad. Because I just ask myself, is there anything that is still real in this world? I put aside the empty pizza box, I turn off the TV, and I lean back on my couch. I try to just think about me, my existence, my friend, but the only thing there is in my head is this stupid, catchy cereal jingle that I heard on the radio in the morning. Alright, Rabbits, I really hope that you liked today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this psychology direction of this channel, and of course, if you know other manipulation methods that you can encounter in your daily life. Which of the situations that I mentioned have you noticed already? And do you know other situations in your daily life where you get manipulated? I really hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please leave a thumbs up because that would make me really happy. If you want to watch another video of Don't Trust the Rabbit, you can find one right here. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, or even support my work on Patreon. This would really mean the world to me and help this channel a lot. Now I wish you all a very beautiful day. Check out my other videos if you'd like to, and see you in the next one. Bye!